Hey, what is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video, My Sports Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over the NBA game for Friday, June 4th, 2021. I'm going to show you both sides of the teams, and it's going to be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. And if for some reason you're curious to know who I'm picking in this game, you have to join my Patreon. My picks are always in writing, underlined, and italicized. For more information on that, please read the description of this video. I wish you guys the best luck in your pick today. Let's go ahead and get into the game. For Friday, we have one game. Game 6, Clippers versus the Mavericks. So not a single home team has won in this series, which is pretty interesting. We have the daily numbers on this side, Gregorian Hebrew calendar, date numerology. And then on this side is what I have, what I call my game numbers. I have the away team up top, Clippers, their season record, their postseason record, their coach's record. In the middle here is the head-to-head record between the two teams. And then at the bottom here is the home team, their season record, their postseason record, their coach's record. Up top here, I have the information of it being Game 6. Mavericks can either close it out 4-2, or we're going to be forced for a Game 7 for 3-3 for the Clippers. This is the 42nd game of the NBA playoffs. And I want to note that in the 21st NBA playoff game, we saw the Celtics beat the Nets and make the series become 2-1. And then in the 31st NBA playoff game, we saw the Wizards upset the Sixers and make the series become 3-1. So it being the 42nd game of the season, or excuse me, the postseason, the playoffs, are we going to see the Mavs close out the Clippers 4-2, being the first home team of this particular series to win a game and close it out? Just the other day, we saw in the 36th NBA playoff game, Wizards sat on 36 wins for the season as Sixers closed them out. And then in the 38th playoff game, the Grizzlies got their 38th loss for the season to close out their season. So this 42 is very dangerous for the Clippers because the series can become 4-2. And 42, we spell it out. I already had it spelled out. 42 sums to 74. And Clippers, they can get their 74th postseason loss to end it as it goes along with the 42s. Clippers coach, he would get his 24th postseason loss to go with it. The series would be 4-2, 2-4, reflections of each other. And then Mavericks, they can get their 101st all-time head-to-head win against Clippers to go along with it. And I say that because 42 also sums to this number, 142. And 101 sums to 142. 39 sums to 142 as well. And it's the Clippers' 39th away game, Mavericks' 39th home game. The one thing that goes in Clippers' favor with the number 42 is it does sum to 74, and they can get their 74th postseason loss. But they can also just get their 74th all-time head-to-head win against the Mavericks. Maybe it just skips over the 42 here, the 101 here, and the 74 here, and the 24 here. Maybe they want the 74th all-time head-to-head win for the Clippers as they get their 24th away win for the season. A reflection of 42. This is the 5 seed Mavericks versus the 4 seed Clippers. Kind of like 45 or 54, however you want to look at it. Mavericks could sit on 45 wins for the season with a loss, as they become 5-4 head-to-head against Clippers for the season with a loss. Today does have a 51 date numerology on the Gregorian. 51 does sum to 100. Mavericks could sit on 100 all-time head-to-head wins against Clippers with a loss to go along with that 74. But if we're looking at date numerology, 31 sums to 46, and 51 also sums to 46. And Mavericks can go ahead and get their 46th win for this season to go along with their 101, 4-2, 74 here. Mavericks coach, he can get his 64th postseason win for his career, it being June 4th, 6/4 or 4/6. 64 and 46 are just reflections of each other. If the Clippers going to win this game, I imagine it's mostly going to be because of the number 33 when it's all said and done. I think Mavericks have an insanely really good shot to close this out with the 42 pattern. But if Clippers were going to force, if they wanted to force a game 7, I would imagine it's probably because of the number 33. And I say that because Mavericks would get their 33rd loss for the season as the series ties up 3-3, like 33. And then game 7 would be played on Sunday, which is June 6th. 6/6, a day with 33 date numerology on it. 33 sums to 66. So I imagine that would be why, if there is a game 7, it would be because of that. Also, 26th day of the 9th month on the Hebrew Civil. 26/9 or 269 is the 57th prime number. And the series would be 5-7, like 57 head-to-head against each other, with the Mavericks loss in game 6. And it's also the 26th day of the 3rd month on the Hebrew Religious, 263, the 56th prime number. And Clippers would head into that game with 56 postseason wins. So there are numbers here for a Clippers game 7. Even though it's really hard to go against the Mavericks thing, though, just because we've already seen it happen with the 21st game. We've seen it happen with the 31st game. We saw other hints of it in the 36th game and the 38th game. We might see hints of it in the 41st game with the Lakers and Suns. It hasn't happened yet. I'm recording this video before the game started, but it's the 41st game for the Lakers and Suns, and 41 sums to 46. Lakers could get their 46th win for the season in that game. So if that happens too, that just means that this pattern is undefeated going into the Mavs and the Clippers. Although I will say one thing, it's not totally undefeated, because in the last game we mentioned it being the 39th playoff game, and Clippers did not get their 56th postseason win in the 128th postseason game, and 39 sums to 128 and 56. I remember talking about that in game 5. That, oh yeah, it was the 39th playoff game. So that last time the pattern didn't hit. It was the 39th playoff game. Yeah, I remember that. 39th, and that didn't hit. So maybe it just doesn't work for the Clippers and Mavericks series. I don't know. We'll find out. But hopefully this helps. Hopefully these numbers, these looks help. There is numbers for Clippers in 7. Mavericks have some very dangerous numbers for game 6. Clippers better watch out. And hopefully you guys get enough value out of this. Hopefully you guys win your pick and win as much money as you want.